What's up YouTube? Thanks for tuning in here at Sol2 Plant Co. Today we are actually going to transplant a few of my alocasias that I have. I think we're going to put 3 or 4 different varieties in a single pot. So let's get at it. Okay, so before we get started, there are just a few things on my floor that I need to get rid of. So first I'm going to get rid of my office chair. Okay, so now we got the office chair out of the way. Now I think we need the pot and soil. Now we got the pot. This pot was filled right to the top. It's kind of a dumping ground for a lot of my other pots full of soil. So I'm taking out most of the soil. Since I'm adding so many new plants, they all come with their root balls and soil. Near the bottom of this pot, I have some rocks in it. I have more chunkier stuff, a lot of bark, just so it helps for better drainage, as this pot only has one small little hole. Okay, so now let's get the plants. Okay, so now that we got our alocasias here, we're gonna stick them all in the pot one by one. I have a Zebrina, Yucatan Princess. This one I actually don't recall the name, as I rescued that from a client last fall from outside. And then I have my basic elephant ear. I have a Regal Shield, and then I have an Alocasia portadora here, but I think I'm going to keep that one separate. Okay, so I'm going to start with the big guys first, and then add the smaller ones after. So I'm going to just squish the sides of this pot just to loosen it up a little bit. Sometimes you're able to literally just yank it right out of the pot. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought. One. Now I'm going to add the Regal Shield. You can see there's a new leaf forming here, which is cool. You see the Regal Shield soil is very chunky, so I'm going to actually add some of this top layer. Get a little bit more chunkier. So I'm going to loosen up a lot of the soil around the root ball, because I want these roots to establish themselves throughout the whole pot and not just continue to grow in a circular pot shape. So this guy was in a planter sitting outside over the last summer, so all those leaves had died, and now they've been producing new leaves that are now developed for inside conditions and less light, because outside they were getting direct sunlight. Trying my best not to get covered in dirt. As you can see, this plant actually was purchased from the water plant section. As this picture, this Alocasia actually. So it's purchased as a water plant, but just over time you see all these old roots that are all dead. This plant has developed roots for growing in soil rather than being fully submerged in water 24/7. So now I'm going to do the Zebrina. As you can see, this leaf is starting to droop and turning yellow. So soon this plant shall produce another leaf. As I noticed, most alocasias grown inside, they'll grow to their surrounding environment. So if you bring home an alocasia from the greenhouse, you notice it'll have a ton of leaves on it, and then you bring it home, then oh no, they start drooping, turning yellow, dying. It's because they're getting acclimated to their surrounding environment. So your house, compared to a greenhouse, your house has significantly less light, perhaps even lower humidity. So the plant is literally just acclimating and growing to its environment. So you might end up with a plant that had, say, 8 leaves when you brought it home, and then to a plant that has 3 leaves. No fret, just give your plant the most light you can and the humidity. I'm gonna put this right in the center of the pot, just because it's a different leaf shape than all the other ones, and I think it'd be a cool little centerpiece in the pot. I noticed with some plants from different growers, the soil is just not very good or littered with bugs, so it's good to repot your plants when you bring them home from the nursery. Now the Yucatan Princess, this guy has been kind of neglected. I also bought him from Home Depot, and I've noticed a lot of their plants aren't the healthiest. So I'm hoping this guy will bounce back. Okay, so I'm just gonna start by adding a bit of the soil, and then I will rearrange the plants as needed. I do have another video talking about the aeroid mix that I make myself. Sadly, some of these plants have been so neglected that some of them have developed mealybugs. But I use Safer's End-All. Smells good. I do spray them quite frequently when I do notice pests on them, and usually they're cleared up within a couple weeks. Like that. I'm just holding the plants so they don't really move, so I can get enough soil around them to keep them somewhat upright to where I want them. Now I'm just gonna use my knuckles and just firm the soil around all the root balls. And there we have it. My Alocasia mixed planter. Alright, now that they're all in the pot, I'm not going to let them have any direct sun, as direct sun will burn any of these leaves. I'm going to water them well, make sure all the roots get a nice drink. Alright YouTube, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I got new videos coming out all the time. If you have any questions about alocasias or any other plants you might have, don't forget to leave them down below in the comments. And I'll catch you guys later. Adios.